Greetings everyone! Welcome back to video 3 of Polynomial Inequalities, section 2.8. I'm doing a second take on this just for you because you'll never guess what happened in the first one. Oh yes, we had a negative sign error, just like you sometimes on your homework. Even I make a mistake once in a while. Okay, so let's get on with it. We want to solve a polynomial inequality, this time analytically. Okay, so here's my great big polynomial. You'll notice it is not factored. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, let's see if we can figure out a way to factor this out. So before you joined, I figured out a P over Q list to make myself a list of possible zeros for this particular polynomial. So I've compiled that P over Q list for you already. So we could go through individually one at a time and test all of those potential zeros to see which one gave us a remainder of 0. However, since you have a graphing calculator, use your calculator to find the 0. Okay, find a 0. Well, it just so happens that x equal 4 will be a 0 for us, according to our calculator. Okay, so that's good news. So here's something we can do. Let's take that 0 and do a little synthetic division and see if we can break this down into manageable factors. Okay, so we'll check that. Our degree starts at 3. We go 2, 1, nothing in descending order. All terms are there. We can take the coefficients off. Okay, skip a line, draw a line. Okay, looking up, we know that the degree here is a cube. So when we come first number down, we're going to have a square value. Okay, so now if you multiply, we have 8. And remember, you add down, multiply again, add down, multiply one last time, and we get negative 24. And if you add, hooray, that's your remainder. Okay, remainder is 0. Good news. That confirms that 4 is a 0. Okay, so at this point in time, we know that x minus 4 times the quantity 2x squared plus x minus 6, okay, is our original polynomial over there. So we're trying to solve that to be greater than 0. In other words, when is this polynomial positive? Okay, so next we want to take a look at the trinomial section and see if we can factor that down into a little bit more manageable terms. So if we do a quick slide divide bottoms up, okay, this will factor into x plus 4, x minus 3, okay, go back and do our divide step. Okay, reduce here, x plus 2, bottoms up, so 2x minus 3. And I'll bring down the factor that we knew for sure, x minus 4. Okay, so now if we think about this just a little bit further, okay, we can analyze the roots. Okay, so x minus 4, or find the roots, is going to be a 4. We have a negative 2, and we have a positive 3 over 2 for our zeros. Okay. We also notice for our polynomial, our degree is 1, 2, 3, which means we are odd. Leading coefficient is positive 1. So that means we're expecting something like that, where we're going to negative infinity and then infinity on the two ends. Okay, so let's use a sign chart that we talked about in a previous video. So we're here at negative 2, we're at 3 over 2, or 1.5 for you decimal lovers, and over here is a 4. Right? So we have our number line divided up into 4 sections. So now, take a look at the signs. We're curious about positives and negatives. So if I pick something out this side, like negative 5, and we think negative 5 all the way across here. So a negative 5 and negative 4 is going to be a negative. Negative 5 and 2 is negative. Negative 10 and negative 13, also negative. So if you multiply 3 negatives together, you get to stick with the negative. Okay, so then we have our 0. So now we pick something in between again. How about 0? Because that seems to be handy. Okay, get those out of the way for you so we can put some zeros in here. And again, we're looking at the sign of the number. So 0 minus 4 is negative. 0 plus 2 is positive. 0 minus 3 is negative. So we're ending up in here, positive. Okay. Next section, from 1.5 to 4. Okay, I don't know what you like, maybe a 3. Okay, so now let's put a 3 in here. 3, 3, 3. So 3 minus 4 is negative. 3 and 2 is positive. 6 minus 3 positive. So in this zone, we are negative. And lastly, we got to check out here from 4 to infinity. Oh gosh, how about 5? I like 5s. For some reason, 5 days a week, maybe that's why. So 5 minus 4 is positive. 5 and 2 is positive. 10 minus 3 is positive. Okay, so what does all that mean? Well, I have a 0 at -2, 3 over 2, and 4. Okay? By our sign chart, we are negative this way. We're going to cross and be positive, cross negative, cross positive. Okay? Now, all of these zeros have a multiplicity of 1, which means they should be crossing on the x-axis, and they do. So that part all seems right to me. Okay? So let's answer the question that we were asked at the beginning. When is this polynomial greater than 0? So when is it positive? Okay, so we see positive from -2 to 3 over 2. And then again, we see positive from 4 to infinity. And again, it's all parentheses because it's strictly greater than or strictly positive, so that we do not want brackets indicating zeros included. Okay? So there's a lot of moving parts in there, lots of things come together, and I hope that works out great for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.